Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be showing you how I do my full face of makeup every day, even though I get up at 4:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. I just feel like I need to look a certain way. And if I go out the house looking the way I feel sometimes, it will be problematic. When I look good, I feel better, and it's part of my morning routine. It gets me ready for the day. And it's the only time I have in the morning for myself before I go downstairs and help my husband get ready for his day. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching. Okay, yes, this is how it looks first thing in the morning. Well, I've washed my face, I've moisturized, and this is what you get. Okay, so the first thing I do, because I want to make my eyeshadow last longer and for the colors to pop out a little bit, I put some concealer on my eyelids and set it with powder. Also, because it's a little dark around here, I make sure all that is taken care of. So first thing I do is my concealer, which is LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn. And nothing in this video is going to be very expensive because, like I told y'all before, I don't have no money. So I gotta look good on a budget. I mean, I have tried some expensive things before, but generally that's not what I do. So I'm using little beauty wedge, you know, no beauty blender. That's too much money. I can get a whole pack of these for like $2, so that's what I do. And all I'm doing is making sure that covers my whole eyelid, and then I go underneath as well to get a head start on getting rid of the darkness. All right, next thing is the powder. So I used to use Sacha Buttercup, which I love, but in a nod to my wallet, I had to find a replacement. Sacha Buttercup is like $25. Now granted, it lasts a long time, but when I was ready to replace it, I didn't feel like spending $25. So I looked online, looked on YouTube, and I found a dupe. This is a J-Cat Beauty Banana Powder, $6.99 on Amazon. So I just get some of that. Brush, I don't know, I can't be describing brushes or we'll be here all day. Ask me a question if you have a question later. Okay. And this is just to let that set. So while that, I mean, it doesn't take that long, but while that's going on, I usually reach for my trusty lip balm. It's made by a local sister here, Good Body Stuff. I'm going to link to her stuff as well in the description. You know, in the morning my mouth's a little dry, you know, it needs moisturize just like the rest of my skin. So I just put a little bit of that on. Take a swig of water because everything is dry in the morning. No, like I said, I normally do this. I usually start my makeup around 5 o'clock in the morning after I've taken a shower, gotten dressed, all that good stuff. And then I have like a half hour, 40 minutes to do my face. So this is what I do when I finally sit down to do my makeup. Okay. Next is eyeshadow. Now, this palette is my friend. It is the Morphe 350 matte palette. I love this thing. You'll be able to see. See, I wish you could separate. I wish you could like order individual colors, because you see there's a few that I use a lot. So first thing I do is this banana powder is a little light. So first thing I do is I find a shade closer to my skin tone, which is normally this one right here, and I just dip a blending brush into that and cover my whole eyelid just to tone that yellow powder down. Now I have this down to a science, so it normally doesn't take me longer than about 20 to 25 minutes. And then I pop one of my trusty wigs on and I'm out. But today is going to be no wigs, just makeup. So after I do that, I find a darker color, but not too dark. So I will use this color right here. And I'll put that on my brow bone. Even though it's a natural, I won't say natural, I'll say neutral look, you have to use different colors so you can get the look that you want. If I just slapped the color on my eyelid and left, then no, that wouldn't be the move. Okay, do that. Then I pick a darker color to go right in here. So let's see here. I will pick this one right here. And like I need you guys to know, I am not a makeup artist. You may see people do things way differently than I do, and that's fine. I'm just doing what I do. Okay. Now, the next thing I do is, if I can find the brush I want, that'd be nice. Here we go. I do my eyelid first. Well, next, not first. I spray it with some water because that will help to get more of a color payoff on the eyelid. So I'm going to take, do I want to be orangey today? I don't think so. I'm going to take this color right here and put it all over my whole eyelid, from the lash line to the brow line. Not the brow line, to the crease. See, told you I'm not a makeup artist. Now, I'm not trying to go for anything bright or anything like that. I'm just trying to give myself a nice neutral thing going on. See? Same thing. Okay. After I do that, then I want to do the outer V. And like I said, if I could find the brush, that would be nice. Is this the brush I want? I'll go ahead and use this one. Now for the outer V, you want to use like a pointed, kind of a pointed, this is not the one I want to use. It's too fluffy. Let me find the one I want to use. Now see, if you weren't like me and had too many brushes, you could find the brush fairly quickly here. There we go. This is what I want to use. This brush is not really stiff, but it also has a kind of a point to it. And it's not extremely soft, but it is not too hard either. So what I do is I take a dark color, which as you can see, one of these two is usually it. I'm going to do this one. And all I'm going to do is put this right on the outer, like I said, the outer V. Get a little contrast up in there. And like I said, I may do too much for you, or maybe not even enough, but this is mainly therapeutic for me. It is part of my self-care. I do this every day unless I am not leaving the house. Now today is a Saturday. I did not have to get up at 4:30. I actually got to sleep till 8:30, which is about the latest I ever get to sleep. So I'm wide-eyed and bushy-tailed right now. All right, did that. So the next thing I do is I do not use a black liner for my eyes for everyday makeup. I learned from Jackie Anna that brown eyeliner is more natural, looks better, not as stark, and I like it. So I don't have brown eyeliner. What I do is I get a small slanted brush, go back into the color on my palette that I use to do my outer V, which is right here, and I'm going to use that to line my eyes. And there are some mornings when I am so not awake, I do poke myself in the eye. There. All right, eyeshadow is done. So the next thing I do is it's time to fix this in here, because if I don't conceal here, I look sleepy all the time. Sometimes people say you look tired, but if I didn't do the concealer thing here, they be asking me that every day in my life, especially my mama. So once again, LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn. Trusty wedge sponge, and I try to bring it up as close to my lash line as possible. And I also, like if I had any fallout from my eyeshadow, this will clean it up. I bring it up like this. Yes, I'm being extra. Okay. Then, because I don't like, people always say, you should be happy with the face the Lord gave you. I'm happy with the face the Lord gave me. However, I am almost 50 years old, and I do not like these bags or whatever that is. So I'm taking a lighter shade of the LA Girl Pro, and I forget what shade it is, and I don't have my glasses on, so I'll put it in the description. And I just put it right here. And then I will also put it here, here. Yes, I do this every day. Now sometimes I'll experiment with other colors and stuff, but for every day, just going to work, I just do my neutral thing. So then I just blend this like right where that bag is, because it helps to conceal that line, and I bring it down underneath as kind of like a highlight. And I blend wherever I put it. Then I go back to my banana powder, J-Cat Beauty, and set it. Now, I do not bake, which is when you put a whole lot of powder underneath your eye and you leave it on there while you do other things. When I put this powder on, I tap the excess off before I apply it, because when you're older and you have little tiny creases, the longer you leave that powder on, it's going to settle in there Have you ever seen really old ladies that wear a lot of makeup and it just looks all cakey and powdery in the under their eyes? That's what they're doing, and I don't want to look like that. So this is actually very little powder going under my eyes. Now, next, I like to put highlighter on before I put my foundation on. I put it on afterwards as well, but I like to get it gives me more like a glow, in my opinion. So what I'm using here is Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in Deep to Dark. And I'm going to use this. I mean, I have used other highlighters, but if we're just going for every day, I'm just going to use this. So I take a lot, and you can slather it on before you put it on before your foundation. And I put it on here, go up around. Because let me be honest. The way my life is set up, it is very stressful. And a sister ain't always glowing. So if I gotta fake the glow, that's what I'm gonna do. Put some on my nose. And like I said, this may not be the way you do highlighter. It's the way I do it. I like it. All right, next thing, foundation. So when it comes to foundation, I am willing to pay more for that. Like, I necessarily won't go pay $50 for an eyeshadow palette, but I will pay $50 for a foundation. However, at this point in my life, I cannot pay that. So what I did is I found one of my friends put me onto a site a long time ago called Findation.com. So I went in, I typed in the expensive foundation that I like to use, which is normally Lancome Tint Idol 24 Hour. I love that stuff, but can't afford it. So put that in, and it tells you other brands and what shades you should try. So went in there, gave me a lot of shades, but I went to the economic part of the list, and it told me to try Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade Cappuccino. I tried it, I love it. So here we go. So what I do is, there's no pump, which I hate, but when it's cheap, what you gonna do? I put some on the back of my hand, and I will not be showing it to you because I don't want it to spill off. I take what's called a stippling brush. It looks like this. Dip it in there, and then I just go over my whole face. I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just dabbing it. I do not go over my under eye area with it though. Everything but my under eye area. I like a matte finish. I like it better for me. I don't like the dewy finish. Like, it looks good on other people, but it feels like if I put that on, I'll be looking like I'm sweating or something. My face doesn't feel done unless it has a nice matte finish. So this Maybelline has completely rocked my world, and I don't miss my Lancome quite as much. Okay, next thing, setting powder. So I use Black Radiance Soft Focus setting powder in, what is this? Creamy bronze finish. As you can see, I use it a lot. However, every time I go in the Rite Aid, my color is sold out. So I'm gonna have to find some soon, or find it on Amazon or something, because it needs my powder. I have like 5 of these that are in various shades of pan, but I can still use powder, so cool. First thing I do, I use a big fluffy brush. I put a little on my brush, tap it, and I go under the eye area where the banana powder is to cut down on the yellow. Then more, and go over my whole face. Okay. Now, I normally do my eyebrows, so didn't get my eyebrow brush. Here we go. All right, for my eyebrows, as you can see, they're pretty much non-existent. I'm not trying to have like really fat, big, thick eyebrows. Just want to be a little darker, have a little shape. So this is my, I think it's an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush when I used to use dip brow, but not economic, but I still have the brush. So take the spoolie part, just kind of smooth them down. Not that there's a lot to smooth down. Then I take the brush part, the slanted brush, and I use a dark brown eyeshadow to darken up my eyebrows. Sometimes I use pencils, sometimes I use the eyeshadow. Lately I've been using the eyeshadow because I buy a pencil and then the next thing you know it's gone. That ain't economic. Shoot. So this palette is old, but I still use the dark brown here. This is Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. I use this dark brown color right here. And I'm not a brow wizard. I just do what I think looks good. And we keep it moving. Besides, usually my hair covers it up anyway, so. It's just so I can look like I have some eyebrows, just a little bit. Because how I'm going to do a whole face of makeup and then the eyebrows are like non-existent? No, son, can't do it. Okay. I'm just kind of creating a shape because there's really nothing there. And I don't worry too much about getting them exactly to match, because if anybody's looking at my eyebrows like that, they need to step away from me. They're in my personal space. Anyway, eyebrows done. And sometimes I don't do them. It just depends on how I feel that morning. Like if I'm really sleepy, I don't care. All right, mascara. What is this? This is Maybelline something, Falsies. I've used different mascaras. My favorite mascara is L'Oreal Voluminous, but whatever CVS has on sale and I got a coupon for the most part, I buy. I also like Great Lash, Maybelline Great Lash. It's an oldie but goodie, it works. I don't have very many lashes, and I'm certainly not putting on lashes to go to work. I rarely put on lashes. It's just an extra step that ain't nobody got time for. I have worn lashes. I do like them, but I'm just not going to do it every day. I'm not. Oh, let me not lie. When I was a Unique representative, I know you heard of that, you know, the fiber, 3D fiber mascara. I love that stuff. It actually made me feel like I had lashes. It was beautiful. Okay. Next thing I do, you see, because I have these chubby cheeks, I just like to contour my face. So once again, going back to my Black Radiance contour palette. As you can see, yes, I do like to contour my face. I use the darkest color here. This is a brush I got from Unique. It is a contour and highlight brush. And this side I use the contour, this side I use for my highlight. So I'm just gonna dip that in there. I start right next to my ear, come down a little bit. And what I don't do is I don't put a lot of it on the brush, because then I don't want to be looking like I have stripes going down my face. So I kind of just put it on, blend it. I mean, I don't know if it makes my face look a little slimmer, but I feel like it does, and so this is all about me. All right. Now sometimes I will contour my nose, come in like using the same color and get a little pointy brush and come down like this, but I don't feel like it today. I'll show you that in another video, maybe. Next thing is my blush, which I don't think I have my blush brush, which would be nice to have. Really would be nice to have, but I don't know what I did with it, so. Oh, there it is. So this is my Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1. This was gifted to me because this ain't drugstore and it ain't cheap. Blushes I normally use, let me see. Black Radiance. That's pretty much it because I only have a few blush colors. Blush isn't something I will never spend a lot of money on blush. Forget that. So when I'm doing my natural look, I will use this orange right here just to warm up my face a little bit because it needs it. And I put that right next to the contour. And like I said, most of the time my hair is covering this part. I don't know why I keep doing it, but whatever. That's what I like. Now today is special, not special, but it's a different day because I don't have to rush, even though I'm trying to do it as quickly as I normally do it so you guys get a feel for how long it takes. But there's no one in the house. My twin sons moved out on New Year's Eve. My baby son is gone for the rest of the day and my husband is at dialysis. So I'm actually sitting in my queendom all by my lonesome. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. I like being alone. Okay, last step. Not last step, but next. Highlight. Now I put highlight under my foundation. I feel like it makes me glow a little bit better. What I will then do is go, now that I have foundation and powder and everything on, I'll go in with the same highlighter and just put a little bit. Put a little bit here because I like it. Sometimes I put a little bit here. And I like this highlighter because it's buildable. Like it doesn't, some highlighters like that, Trophy Wife by Fenty, which I got when I had some money, you got to dip that very carefully because you will get a lot and you'll be looking like a Golden Globe Award or something. With this one, I can build it up. So that's what I do. All right. Last step is my lips. Now, I love lipstick. It is like the thing I have the most of. I have to have something on my lips at all times. I've been like that since I started playing in makeup when I was like 9 years old. I bought lip gloss. And then I was allowed to wear lipstick, I bought lipstick. So I did put that lip balm on earlier, but now I'm about to line my lips, so I don't want it to, it's a little too creamy. So I just wiped some off. Just a little bit, so it's still moist, but not as much. This is my absolute favorite. Well, it's not my favorite. My favorite lip liner is Chestnut by MAC. How, camera cut off on me, but my NYX lip liner, love it. This color is Espresso. As you can see, I need another one. So I'll be doing that soon. When I was younger, I always wondered, why would you line your lips? But I use lip liner as a way to define, even though I have nice size lips, I like to define them, and also use it as another color, so it gives your lips some dimension. So I found that if I want to wear a light lipstick color, but it will be generally too light for me, if I put some lip liner on, I can make it work. So This color is called Naturally Chic by Milani. I would never have worn this if I didn't have lip liner. Just never, it's too light. But when I mix it with my lip liner, notice I don't put it over the lip liner. I put it right underneath, so the lip liner color still shows up. And that way, it doesn't come off as too light for me. And then because I'm still a girly girl, I grab a lip gloss. This is an old NYX lip gloss. I don't know what color it is. I think it might be called Cosmo. And I just put that right in the center. And now that that's done, I am ready to go face my day. So after this, I go downstairs, I get my husband's water ready for him to wash up. I grab his clothes for him. I make his breakfast. I make his lunch. I make my bulletproof tea. By the time I'm done with all that, it's time for me to go to work and I'm out. So what do you think of the neutral look? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. As always, if you want to get in contact with me, you can leave a comment or you can send an email to jesusmakeupprozac@gmail.com. In future videos, I'm going to talk about how God does not care about your plans. He don't. I'm telling y'all, he don't. And also, don't get married if you're not ready for this certain thing. My goal is to post a video here every week, and I'm doing my best to stick to that goal. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and if you still don't know what Jesus Makeup Prozac is about, take the time to watch the introduction. That was my first video from last week. Then you'll know it all.